What up, guys? It's your boy NC Native, and if you didn't know, we got invited to NBA 2K17 Community Day, which is a pretty epic experience, and I'm gonna explain that in a separate video. But I just want to start off by saying thank you, LD and Ronnie, and the whole 2K team, to inviting us out there and letting us play that game early. And it was a pretty sick experience. But today we're gonna go ahead and get into the actual game of 2K17, and this video in particular will be about gameplay impressions and actual presentation impressions. Man, the game is pretty dope, so go ahead and strap in. It's a lot of information we gotta go over. When you watch these other videos by the community members talking about the game and you see how excited they are, it's no joke. We're not overhyping this game. This game is epic. This game, from year to year, from 16 to 17, is crazy. This probably, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, you remember how you had that excitement about 2K14 on next gen. You know what I'm saying? That's how excited I am about this game. I'm not saying 2K16 looks bad or the gameplay is bad, but the gameplay is so good, the graphics are so good on 2K17 is just crazy, bro. Speaking of graphics, that's probably the first thing you're going to notice when you get into a game with 2K. The graphics are so amazing. The player models look great. It's like players like Draymond Green, Zach Randolph, they've been slimmed down. Like all the player models have been slimmed down, and I think they did that to give you that real NBA spacing. Last year, it kind of got congested inside the paint and around because players were big. You know what I'm saying? But now it gives you that perfect NBA spacing, and it looks amazing, dude. It's crazy. I also got a chance to go look at some historic players' faces, and let me tell you, y'all remember how Allen Iverson looked last year? He had gray hair. He looked kind of old. No, this year's AI looks spitting image of Allen Iverson is crazy. And the same with Kobe. If you look at Kobe, this fro is, his fro was look nice in 2K16, but I'm talking about they got it on point. And Dr. J, I think the first thing everybody should do when they first get into NBA 2K17 and when they want to look at the graphics, go to Dennis Rodman. Go to Dennis Rodman and look at his hair. And it's crazy what they've done with the graphics, I'm telling you. Let's go and get into this gameplay. I know a lot of guys were, skeptical about the rebounding, the tipping and everything. I'm here to tell you guys, the tipping is actually lit. I'm telling you, and it's not cheese. It doesn't happen every time. You will get a clean rebound. It's just different ways of positioning yourself to get the rebound, or different ways, even like to tip it out to your teammate. It's just crazy. You'll see players literally tip it out to get themselves the rebound. They'll tip it over, boom, or they'll tip it out to a teammate. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Or just grab it clean. It's normal rebounding that you see every day in the NBA. It's not anything cheese. Even with the tip ins, if you're in a good position, you can even tip it in, man. It's crazy. And you don't make it every time. It has a shot meter just like everything else. It's crazy. You will literally see guys jockeying for position and on a rebound. You won't see none of this anymore. You'll see people like literally getting physical down there. Physicality is so crazy. That's another thing about the game. It's physical. Physicality is crazy. You'll see guys like Kevin Love, who aren't the strongest guys, use his body, and slither between somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's Kevin Love's game. He's not the strongest guy. He uses his body, man. He uses his body. You know what I'm saying? So it's really crazy, and I really love that feel of the game of real basketball. Shot meter and shot stick. A lot of people worried about the shot meter and the shot stick now. So let me tell you this: the shot meter is on every shot except a dunk. So half court shot, full court shot, hooks, everything except dunks. So you do have shot meters on layups. A lot of people were worried about this feature. I was worried about missing a wide open layup and missing layups and all that stuff because I didn't do it right. So if you think about it, like they said in the presentation, shot meter has always been there. You just never saw it. Now you have the ability to actually see why you missed that shot or why you missed that layup. You know what I'm saying? And those tough layups that NBA players make, like a Kyrie Irving in the finals. If I watch the finals, he's making some really tough layups over Draymond, Clay, and all that good stuff. Now you actually have the opportunity to make those tough layups. I'm not saying it's going to go in every time if you get a high release, but you give yourself a better chance, even when defended. A shot stick. A lot of people are worried about the shot stick or whatever. Don't be worried. You can still use square or X. It doesn't really matter. But for those who actually get skilled with the shot stick, this is going to separate you for who's a good shooter or a great shooter, basically. I'm not saying it's going to be cheese, like they're going to make every shot. No, because it's really hard to use that shot stick. It's really freaking hard. Like, you will airball, you know what I'm saying? You will hit the side of the rim, the backboard. Like, it's crazy. You have to aim at the rim. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. But if you do get it right, it gives you more accuracy. Not saying you're going to make every shot. It just gives you an extra little boost. That's all. It's not cheese, nothing like that. It's going to be really hard to do, like in general. So I suggest you go into practice and practice doing that, because it depends on where you are on the court is how you aim the stick. So it's really for those skilled players who want to separate themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I like it. Tricky part. Now we gotta get into either dribbling or defense. Dribbling or defense. I think I'm gonna do dribbling first, only because you gotta learn how to defend the dribble, right? So get into dribbling. Dribbling is crazy this year. Now, no longer are there signature size ups, which is not a bad thing. It's actually a great thing. The players still have their signature style. You'll still be able to differentiate Curry from Kyrie. They look totally different. They dribble totally different. Jamal Crawford dribbles different. You know what I'm saying? And they still have those moves that you love, and you love to, the Curry behind the back move. You do those moves yourself now. So instead of you being in an animation, you are doing the moves with the stick. You control everything the player does. If I had one word to describe dribbling, it would be freedom. You are completely free to do whatever you want. Now, a lot of people worry about bump steals too. Now with dribbling, you know why you receive, like why you got a bump steal. And the bump steals are not just bump steal, like people just bumping into you. Now when people try to bump into you, it's a foul. So while you're dribbling, if you bounce off a player's foot, you see that I was going crazy and I bounced it off his foot. You know what I'm saying? It's no longer bump steal. It doesn't feel like, you know why there was a steal. You know what I'm saying? You know why. But it's crazy. The dribbling is just so crazy, man. I just don't know what else I can say about it. It's just, you guys will have to see it for yourselves. The dribbling system is going to separate who can create their own shot, who can get to the rim, all that. Because the defense, if you can play defense, you're going to be great. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying defense is OP. You can't get past defense, especially for you off-ballers. I love it now, because now you off-ballers can get exposed. Yeah. Because we even, on Hall of Fame, me and J Fox switched off a couple of times to see if we can still break each other. Break the computer, basically, on Hall of Fame. You can break the computer with the dribble moves. Dribbling is so powerful that you can even break the computer and go, fly past the computer. It's crazy. But I'm not saying it's too OP. I'm not saying dribbling is OP, because if you play defense, you can play defense. You know what I'm saying? And on the defensive end, like, basically, you know how to lock up. It's just like, it's way better. It feels better than 2K16 when you play defense just like normal. And you no longer have to worry about somebody going into the paint, pump faking, and you jumping. You can keep your hands up the whole time and disrupt their shot. It's crazy. You don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. You don't have to worry about, spin layups, getting bumped and all that stuff. You still can't go through somebody doing a spin layup. You can still do the spin layup. You can still do hot stuff. You can do Euros. It's crazy, but you can defend them also. Defense feels so good, so physical. It's so physical. It's so crazy, man. I'm getting excited talking about this guy. I want to go ahead and play. I can't even see myself playing 2K16 ever again. That's how great this game is, man. And we haven't even got into the defensive settings or the offensive play calling or none of that. That's what I'm saying. There's still so much to talk about in this game. It's so crazy. We gotta talk about presentation. I might have to split up this video. That's how crazy it is, guys. So let's go ahead and get into the next topic. Let's go ahead and get into basically the offensive play calling. Now we have a wheel now that you can do play calling in now. Like I said, they get into their sets a lot faster now. And on defense, you can actually do play calling also, like for specific players. So if you see Curry, Curry's a 3-point shooter. They got an option where you can just run him off the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? They know. And for guys that had trouble with the help defense, you have an option to go to no help on the defensive settings. No help. It's so they listen to us so much, man. It's so crazy how much the devs and the community managers and all that they listen. They watch our videos. They're in our streams, man. It's crazy. It's so crazy. But everything just feels so surreal. So great. And they also got Smart Coach. Yeah, Smart Coach. So your assistant coach will work as your analyst. He will analyze everything that's going on in the game, what you should be doing better, what they're messing you up on, like, as far as the other team, what they're doing to disrupt you, and how you can fix it. It's so crazy. Smart Coach is really crazy. It's a really crazy system. That's a totally different video in itself. There's so much on just the Ace 2.0 that it's just. That's a different video. Let's get into some presentation. I don't want to make the video too long. We already at like 9 minutes, so let's go ahead and get into the presentation. presentation meant so much to me as a basketball fan, not just a 2K fan. There's so much that they've done this year. Let's get into it. So basically, they went to every single arena, NBA arena, and actually got the lighting for each individual arena. And not just the lighting, they also got the sound the ball makes on each individual floor. They also got the shot clock buzzer, the crowd. Each crowd feels so different. Each environment feels so different. As a basketball fan, I really do appreciate it. That means a lot to me. I don't understand. That means so much to me as a basketball fan. Because arena is the same. No crowd is the same. Oak Arena is loud. You know what I'm saying? The Thunder at Oklahoma City, the Chesapeake Arena is loud there. You know what I'm saying? Some arenas have their own little chants, their own little buzz, arena sounds. It's so much detail they put in the game. It's crazy. You have 11 commentators total, including Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson, Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Brent Barry, Chris Webber. More, man. It's more. There's more. You know what I'm saying? That's not everybody. And I don't know if Chris Webber's in the game as far as historic players or not, or on my team, but he's in as a commentator, and that just means that's just crazy. And the way it works is Clark and Greg will always be around, but the third analyst, the third commentator, basically will be the one that's interchangeable depending on which arena did you actually go to. So that means a lot to me, man. That's just crazy. They added so much more commentating. So much more lines. So when you go to a different environment, you will feel different. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's crazy, man. This game will be the best 2K that we've had, man. And I sincerely mean that. It's crazy. And I suggest you go look at everyone that went to the community. I suggest you go look at each and every one of those impressions. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's going to have a different view of the game. We might have similar views or something, but there's always be something new that you hear from them, how they felt about the game. It's just crazy. I suggest you do that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check those guys out. Man, it's just a crazy, crazy experience. We got more videos on the way. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe because we got more on the way, man. Definitely. There's a lot more. I got stuff on my phone. I got stuff on my phone in my book. So it's crazy, man. So make sure you like and subscribe. It's your boy NC Native, and I'm out for right now. We got more. I think I might do my team or my GM, or I don't know what I'm doing next. Just wait for it. Just wait on it. It's a lot of information, guys.